రాఘవేంద్ర గారు. Yes, sir. Okay. 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 No, 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 no. It's all. We were just waiting. We're just. So there was some issue with the earlier YouTube link. So I've updated the YouTube link and another live session link has been shared. So you can share it with the student groups again, sir. Okay, in another 1 minute I'll be giving. Sir, Raghavendra, sir. I've sent the attendance sheet format. I have sent the attendance sheet format. It's 100 now. I think people will not be able to be here more than. Um, sir, 1 minute, 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. Yes, sir, you can start now. Sure, sir. Thank you so much for that. And before I start the session, I'd like to thank Mallarity Group of Institutions, Chairman Garu, and the management. And then I would like to thank Director Sir, and then the placement department team, Hema Reddy garu and Sujata madam, and computer science department, especially Oblesh sir and Raghavendra sir, who have been coordinating with me since the last 3 days after the discussion, and then we have decided. So thank you so much for all your patience, and I'm very happy that today I'm able to talk to you all on a critical topic. Like this is something which the future is all going to be. So before I start, because of some technical issue, the earlier link of YouTube was not able to work. So for all those who are in the waiting room, I have again shared, and I would request even the head of the department and the placement team to again share the same link which I have given on the chat window, so that those who are not able to join here, they can see me over YouTube. If not, I can also, what I can do is I can even give my Google Meet invitation where people can join. If they cannot join on this particular Zoom or YouTube, they can be a part of Google Meet. So all the three platforms are open. People can be at any point. I'm sharing the Google Meet link also. I've shared it. So you can ask your friends to be a part on that Google Meet also. So before I go ahead and start this particular session of uh, cybersecurity as a career, because this has been one of the most prominent divisions in the past 5-10 years, and this is going to be the future for the next 10-15 years. So this is what I would like to mainly convey. And on the top of all this, I would also like to inform you that there is a vast career out of this. You cannot even imagine what sort of career you are going to make out of this entire cybersecurity world. So what I'm going to do here is I'll start the presentation with the information which will be really useful for you to make a career in cybersecurity. But before that, I'll take 1 minute time. I just wanted to check if someone has a problem in joining over YouTube or Google Meet. And those who cannot join, or if someone feels like they are not able to get in, don't mind. You'll all be able to get this a video copy across your emails, which you can again see. So I'm repeatedly sending the links to everyone who are in the waiting room. So I'm just looking out for people who can join me on the live stream now. I've shared the link already. Right. So actually, I see that we had about 271 who got registered, but my Zoom, since it is allowing 100, I thought of giving it via YouTube also. But for some technical reason, YouTube is not really supporting at this point of time. I don't know, because I go majorly with Zoom and Google Meet. That's the only reason. Yeah, I see people over here. Thank you very much. So Sai Kiran is here. Thank you, Sai Kiran. So similarly, others can also join here. You can ask your friends to be a part of this over here in this particular screen now. Don't worry, you will not miss out anything. Okay. So now let's go with the presentation here. So before I start the presentation, I would like to inform you all that my career started way back in 2004 in Hyderabad. Okay. So I was here way back in 2004 after my engineering, and once when I started my career here after engineering, then I was trying to be a part of organization which was a Netherlands-based company. So I started as a Java programmer, then I've become a Visual Basic programmer, then into training, later part into HR. So I'm basically a BBA and an MBA. So I don't have any PhD. So this has been my profession for the last 16 years. I've been into uh, you know completely HR and learning and development. And I'm currently heading a company. And I'm an international coach. I delivered sessions across Canada, Germany, and then a couple of European countries. And then I'm a soft skills trainer, currently working as a cybersecurity advisor and associated with a German company as well as a cybersecurity advisor since the last 1 month. So this is what currently I'm doing. Now, my simple question to all of you is that why is that one needs to look into cybersecurity? That's my simple question. Because what is the necessity of being into cybersecurity? When I started looking into this particular word 4 years back, there were a lot of challenges where people were really having a hard time to understand what exactly is happening and why we are not able to make it. So when I started looking into this particular thing, now there are a lot of issues that are remaining in this world which should be dealt in a very, very technological manner. Now, today, as an HR, if I have to talk to you all now in a HR aspect or in a HR perspective, I should say that we have so many people who are passing out of engineering, who are graduating out of any graduation to that matter every year. And how many of us are getting jobs? How many of us are really getting into the career where we can feel like, okay, for the next 5, 10 years, my career is absolutely safe? Is there any such job where someone can feel that I am absolutely safe? Okay. So since it is not happening, what are the things going to be here? And that too because of the pandemic time. Where is it we are going to be? What is it we are going to do? What is it we are going to actually come across? There are a lot of questions, there are a lot of challenges that are there with all of us. Now, now the biggest question here is, why do one needs to choose cybersecurity when there are a lot of other options? You can be a Java programmer, you can be a .NET programmer, you can be some other specialist, database specialist, and everything. But why is that we need to be into this particular domain? Is very, very simple, my dear friends. When you are into this cybersecurity, this is a one such field where you can predict your future for the next 20 years, not even one or two. And as on today, the world is absolutely looking for the experts who can join these companies. You name a company like IBM, Dell, Tech Mahindra, there are ample number of companies who are still looking for cybersecurity experts. What exactly is this cybersecurity? How is that we are going to make a career out of it? What are the options and opportunities we have? And during this pandemic time, even though I'm into HR, the companies are not paying salaries, and there are a lot of layoffs happening. So my HR would not help me to an extent. Now, what is that I should be doing? Where is that I should be moving into? Now, what is it I have in hand? Yes, I'm a cybersecurity advisor. I started training people now. I have completed 27 students. I had 27 students who have completed their internships, who have completed batch of 24 students who will be starting their internship, especially in the fields of ethical hacking and cyber forensic. The reason is I have learned this. I have spent ample money on this to become a certified expert. I have spent almost 2.5 lakh rupees to be a part of this great learning. And today, yes, I'm proud to say that I'm one among those few people who took some time to understand that yes, cybersecurity is very, very, very important. And once again, all my dear friends, I would request you all to kindly mute yourself in case if you're not talking anything. Okay, I would request all of you to please kindly mute. Do not unmute. Okay. Now, thank you so much. Thank you. Now, when I look at this particular aspect, kindly inform your friends because they are struggling to be a part of this Zoom link only. So we have a couple of people who joined YouTube here. So guys, you can share that link to YouTube. Someone has a chat message. Any questions you have in between, you can use the chat window on either YouTube or on. Okay, thank you. Zoom to so that you can reach me out and I'll be able to help you all. Right. So let's get back to the discussion here. What exactly is there in this cybersecurity? So not everyone can some unmute themselves over from Zoom or YouTube and can tell me what do you understand by the word cybersecurity? Can anyone answer me? You can unmute, you can speak. Guys, this is not going to be a such a technical discussion. Don't worry, you can unmute and whatever the answer you have towards cybersecurity, you can let me know. Whatever the knowledge you have. Is anyone ready to answer this? Okay, great, great. Thank you. Next, someone has some other answer. Yes. Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Any other? Creating firewalls. Okay, a big terminology. Good. Nice. Thanks for that. Any other? Or what are the general terms that you keep hearing when you say about cybersecurity? Because it's a okay, okay, unauthorized electrical use of data. Okay, someone. That's it. Okay, fine. Let me come back to this discussion here. And thanks for all those answers. So, on YouTube, people say cybersecurity means defending our electronic gadgets from attacks or software. Thank you so much. And Srinivas Vikas Kalidindi says it's hacking. And Destiny Error, hello, sir. Right. Thank you so much for all your answers. Every answer is correct. Every answer is absolutely right. So, thanks for all those things. Now, let us come back to the discussion. Let us see what exactly is cybersecurity. It is not a rocket science. It is the same old science that we have been following physically, now which we are going to do on an online basis. That's what exactly we call as cybersecurity. The same software what we have been using, okay, till these days, it is a bit upgraded to a required level, and that's when we started calling it as okay, it's a cybersecurity application. Now, how do you develop all those things? What is the minimum knowledge? I don't know how many of you have heard of the operating system called DOS. Can someone tell me what is DOS? Any clue? Right. So what do you do in that? You'll give some commands, right? Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Thanks for that answer. So, okay, denial of services. Oh, you're already into security world. Thanks for that. Okay. So initially we had the first operating system called DOS, where we started working with that DOS way back in 90s. In fact, the Microsoft Word, what we see today, we use it called as a Word Star in 90s, and we drafted a lot of our materials, books when we were in engineering days also. And then, we started working on that DOS mode. And today, still there are certain platforms where you cannot execute without this DOS. So this is a initial non-graphical interface, like it's a character user interface operating system, which was created as a platform using which we used to install Windows operating system, or you can say Linux, which is called Ubuntu again. A lot of options for upgrading, but even today, if you are very good in DOS, if you know certain set of commands, you will be, you can just make wonders in terms of ethical hacking and in terms of cybersecurity. There's a big world. As I said, the 27 people who have completed internship, they have just learned DOS commands and a part of Windows based commands using SQL, and they could make real wonders, and they have successfully completed, and the next batch is completely going to work on networking concept. So I'll tell you all those things in going slides going forward. So, as all of our friends have told us, cybersecurity is nothing but the practice of defending computers, servers, mobiles, all sort of electronic information. It is all like you will become a cyber police where you defend against to a crime and protect your device, you protect your system, protect your network, where you just put a protection wall in front, like one of our friends said, it's a firewall. Absolutely, you protect some firewall, you protect yourself with a firewall. If someone is intruding into your computer, you close the door or you push them out. Similarly, when something is getting into your computer, what sort of security are you going to maintain? What sort of information are you going to save? So it's also known as information technology security or electronic information security. This cybersecurity word has been very popular since the last only 5 to 8 years. Earlier, that yes, we still had that, but again, um, Sharanya says you planning to conduct any internship. Definitely, madam. I'll tell you in the end. Okay, I'll definitely we'll have a Q&A discussion. I mean, an interaction, then question answers everything. I'll definitely tell you this. Yes, absolutely. Now, what is it we are going to do with this? How can we protect our computer? Now, how do you think my computer can be protected? In one of the sessions which I conducted way back in May 2nd week, when I was doing the session on cybersecurity and how to defend yourself, how to protect yourself, and all these things, how to protect a computer, how to protect the data, and I had to literally demonstrate one application where I know that if I do that, my computer will get hacked, and my entire data will get crashed. But still, I went ahead in order to practically show the people that yes, if you do like this, your entire data or computer will get corrupted. And I've done it. Does Canvas be secure? Denial of service? Lot of answers on YouTube. Thank you so much, friends. Good that you're joining on YouTube also. Okay, we have 36 participants on YouTube. Thanks for that. Now, when I speak about this cybersecurity, how is it we are going to do? What are the things one needs to know to make a career in cybersecurity? It's not a small world. It's not a small aspect. It's not a small discussion. It's such a big world that we really need to identify what we need, in which area we can become a subject matter expert. If you're good with SQL, you can get into cybersecurity. If you're good with programming, you can get into cybersecurity. If you're good with operating system knowledge, you can get into cybersecurity. Whatnot. There are a lot of options. As I said, it is an old traditional approach, but only thing is an upgraded word called online, where it can be used on online instead of offline. That's the only thing. You'll be called as a digital police, one who had an aspiration of becoming an IPS. I wanted to be an IPS. My health did not support. Even today, I'm happy to announce that I've supported many officers in terms of this cybersecurity. I'm an advisor for so many companies and organizations where I'm taking care of their data security and advising them what exactly to be done and how it should be driven, because I trained the people from various government bodies. I trained the people across various sectors. I trained the people across the globe. And every day, I keep getting some or other input from many people. Like, this is the problem what we have. And currently, I'm supporting a team from Germany who are actually working on a very, very critical problem, because that's most important today for them. And they are actually working on it. Now, let's go with the next information. So, what exactly is security? What type of securities we have? When we say security, most of our people think like, okay, security is all about physical security. Physical. No, there are two things here. When I say about physical security, how is that we can give physical security to someone? You can put a fence, you can close the gate, you can have two personnel over there. Okay, you cannot allow someone to get into your house. All this comes under physical security. But what about online security? What are the areas that you need to be very good at? Network security is one, application security, information security, operational security, disaster recovery and business continuity, end user education, and a lot more. Why is it so important to know about all these things at this point of time is a question for many. The reason is, when I speak about network security, say suppose today we have a lot of challenges. I don't know how many of you are aware of this information. Especially during COVID, there were many startups which have actually got affected because of the ethical, I mean, hacking issues, and a lot of people lost their data as well as their financial things. In the last 3 months, there were ample number of cases. People have just tried to explore the systems. They got into other systems, they intruded, and then, because you know what is the reason? All of them were working from home. The kind of security what they have in office is not the same security what they have at home. Maybe my office network is very, very highly secured, so nobody can intrude so easily into my network. But when I look at my house security, is my Wi-Fi so strong? Is my security so strong? Then how is that I'm able to do that? Now the simple thing is, that's one of the reason where people could make an advantage of it. How many of you know that a fifth class failed fellow is able to today is able to do a hacking sitting in some part of India, and then taking bulk of amounts with the logo of Indian Army? How many of us know that your mobile will get hacked with a small application? How many of us know your mobile can get hacked with a small game that you download? The unfortunate thing is, many of our people, okay, many of our friends, many of our family members, they are very much, very much, very much tended to play games, and especially kids. When you give a phone to your kid or to you as a child or your family members, you download some game. Your game is into your mobile now. Fantastic. You started playing. It gives a message. You spin this. Okay. You just spin this. Okay. Someone says his Zoom used to save. I'll answer this. I'll definitely answer this. I know this. I was just waiting for this question to come in. Okay, so when we look at this gaming concept, you don't know what game you are downloading. You don't know what sort of information you are getting into your computer. It might be just looking like a game for you, but when you open the game, you start playing it. Now you start getting options or advertisements on the side saying like, click here to claim your prize, click here to spin the wheel, click here to grab additional coins. We keep on clicking, tick, 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 tick. What will happen? We are getting coins. We are not getting price. It will says better luck next time. Will they stop like that? No. By the time your better luck has come, their luck has already changed and they have got into your phone, which we will not know. Okay. So now, when this happens, how is that we will be able to trace out when someone has intruded into our phone? Now, many of the cases happened during COVID in one way. It was all the kids were at home and all the parents were using their laptops and desktops, and these kids were using their parents computers, and without knowledge they have downloaded a lot of information. They have browsed unwanted websites. All the information was spied by someone and they got into the computer. And I know personally few cases where people called me and said, sir, okay, where people called me and said, sir, i was just trying to I was just trying to you know uh, inform you that my computer information has been stolen, and especially my bank information which I stored in my computer has been taken out. Okay, so this is what happened. Why do you think this must have happened? Whose mistake is that? Is this the mistake of the child? Is that the mistake of the kid who doesn't know how to use the computer? Maybe. Is that the mistake of the baby who is trying to download the game? Maybe. The reason why I'm telling all these answers is very, very simple, my dear friends, because we have lot of people whose job is to just monitor you, what exactly you are doing. Okay, and then take your systems data. Please do not try to save any of your valuable information in the computers, especially related to banks. To what extent is it secured? And trust me, WHO and many of the world organizations have announced that for going for the next 3 to 6 months, there is going to be a high level cybersecurity fraud happening across the globe. Now, let us come back to the security aspect. Network security. How can you improve your network security? Most of us will be tending to go ahead and then try to use a free Wi-Fi network. Why? When you go to a free Wi-Fi zone, to what extent is the network security there? Many of the people, hundreds of people will get into that free Wi-Fi. Now, anybody, that protocol is not defined so hard or so safe that anyone can intrude into your device and can hack your device information. I practically experienced one, hacking on my one of my mobile phones, where I sat wantedly in a public place where I had a Wi-Fi network. I waited 2 days. On the third day, I continuously waited for more than 6 hours. And on the seventh hour, someone tried to use my mobile. They have changed the, details. They have deleted some data, and a lot of disturbance was there on my mobile. How could I get to know about this? Yes, it is very easy to identify all those things. Sir, why WHO says about cyber threat and its aim is on human health? Especially, sir, but all the human health and the data is going to be online. Health information is also secured, right? Manipulation of reports. There is a lot of thing to discuss. World Health Organization says keep your information secured, because again it's a health. People are undergoing a lot of stress due to of financial frauds. See, it is not like health should not speak about cyber security, or municipality cannot speak about cyber security. Everything is interrelated the moment you start learning this. You are in an engineering college, every wing of the engineering college has to work with one unit one day. If you start working with a manufacturing company of cars, why does a manufacturing company of a car which needs a mechanical engineer needs an electrical engineer, an ECE fellow, a computer science engineer? Why do we need all these people? At one point of time, there is a service that should be done by these people. There is a job that should be completed by the other people other than mechanical. Similarly, now, network security is something where you need to secure your network in such a way that you keep changing your network passwords very frequently, once in 15 days. You do not share your passwords to anyone. Application security. One of our friends said, sir, Zoom. Yes, sir. Zoom is absolutely safe. Not only me, many people use this, and we have verified the security also. We are absolutely sure. And if that is not safe, we wouldn't be using it today. And many of the official meetings today are still happening on Zoom, because I'll tell you what will happen. Application security can be given, browser security can be given, network security can be given, any other security can be given. But how would I get to know who is logged on in this particular session would go ahead and record the entire screen and share it to someone and sell that information? How would I get to know that? Of course, it is possible to get to know that. It is possible. Undoubtedly, there are certain tools where you can even block that particular thing to happen. So why should we trust Google and its tools, since it collects a lot of sensitive data of user? Do we really think that we cannot run, we can live without Google? It's impossible. Do we know? See, we are talking about Google today. Okay, let me complete this and then I'll come to the Google now. Okay, so now what if someone tries to capture our information through online? Why do have that? See, if you look at my phone today, if you look at my phone, not only this Oppo, many of the phones, including iPhone, they have an updated option called screen recorder. One day in one of the session, a student has sent me a video clipping saying, "Sir, you have shown this slide. What is the meaning of it?" Then I asked him, "Where did you get this video from?" He said, "I have a screen recorder option. I have done it." It's ethically non-correct. You're not supposed to do it, and people are doing it, and which is absolutely not acceptable. Number one. And number two, when I talk about the same Google information, as one of our friend was asking me very clearly, yes, sir, Google information is absolutely safe. Where do you see your 100% Google information coming out of Google and then it's being shared to someone? Where do you find that? Do you get to know that someone is really trying to use this information, and someone is really trying to ensure that your information is not secured? Show me someone who can say that, okay, my information not secured. Literally in America, Google was made to sit in a court where the judge has questioned that, why is it tracking my location? You have options to disable it. It is not wantedly done. See, once we start getting used to the technology, it's we as an individual who needs to decide how secured one should be. It is not like I have every option, I'll open up everything and I'll use everything. Then absolutely, I'm sorry to say that you're not secure. You are actually pulling your own disaster. Okay, you're only pulling your disaster. So just for that one particular reason, you are not allowed to do that. That's the only thing. Now, coming back to the second one. So why should we trust Google and its tools especially? Yes, sir. Upon seeing that court incident, I asked this question. Absolutely, sir. But if you completely see the video and understand, the court itself has granted the permission that the data is still secured. It's a very lengthy video. You go through the video and you will understand it. That's one reason. Okay. Now, coming back to the discussion here, application security. As I said, application security can be given. Information security. If I start discussing about everything in detail, it goes another 2 3 hours. Now, what is the scale of cyber threat? See, what exactly is a cyber threat? Is like, that damages that or steals any sort of information. When you know that your information is going to be in a threatful position, especially banks or financial companies, or even your personal data. I'll give you all small example. Many of the girls are here, and many of the boys are also. Recent days, before that, I would request everyone, kindly share, okay, kindly share the YouTube link with your friends immediately who cannot join on this. Those who have joined the YouTube, or those who are here, you can find it on the chat window. Using that, others who cannot join here, they can be a part of the, again, I have shared the link, they can be a part of that YouTube video. Okay, since I'm on YouTube, you will not be able to see me on Zoom here. Now, we have a lot of options. Someone has a chat message here. Sir, how's antitrust investigators are pressing Apple, Alphabet, Amazon, and Facebook to say their CEOs will testify as a part of Judiciary Committee's tech competition probe? Yeah, we'll discuss this. I mean, to what extent we have authorized information? That's what I'm going to discuss here. On the cyber world, we are getting a lot of information which really makes us to get misleaded, and that is a new way of intruding into your particular device. Just imagine you are in a locality where till now you haven't seen a one single corona case. Someone sends a false message in the form of an image and says that click here to find your locality corona data. and you click on that link without any further knowledge or thinking. Now, the moment you click it, you see that your area is absolutely clean. You don't have any clue. Then you say, okay, we are safe. But what has happened? Someone has already intruded into your computer. Threat can come from any side. Threat can come in the form of a virus. Threat can come in the form of malware. Threat can come in the form of any new data. Threat can come in the form of any friend request. Any format. Recently, 3 months ago, I have done a session with a legal advisor, because the session was primarily on for the girls who are doing a challenge called photo challenge, sari challenge, hairstyle challenge, and all these things. And they were just uploading all the photographs onto Instagram, WhatsApp, everywhere. To my knowledge, and which we have collected information from Bangalore, which was printed in Times of India, a company fellow has collected all the photographs of these challenges. He has just sent a link, upload your photos and win a prize. The ladies have started uploading, the gents have started uploading. Once he received it, he converted all photos into pornography, and four people have attempted a suicide in Bangalore. Why I'm saying all these things is, you take a photograph on your mobile, but you know where to upload it. Is it really necessary to upload? The way we take the selfies and the way we put it across on Instagram, the way we put it across Facebook, the way we put it across any other stupid app. Do you, I mean, being a science student, being a technology student, practically understand, it's like calling someone's dump yard into our house, bringing someone's dump into our house. You are storing your personal information on someone's server in a highly insecure manner, which is not correct. Even for Google, whenever you take a photograph, you go to settings of Google on mobile and say sync option. You turn off the sync. Why do you want your photos to get settled in Google Drive? You turn off all the unwanted sync options. Your data is absolutely safe. But we don't do it. We want shares, we want likes, we want everything. How to protect it? Where is that we are going to secure our information? Right? Does credit card from fraud comes under cyber threat? Recently I read an article. Absolutely, there were more than 15,000 frauds in the last 3 months, my dear friend. There were more than. I'll tell you how it has happened. Okay. Now, people started getting calls from, okay, people started getting calls from various bank names, saying like, sir, I'm not saying like Google Drive is not secured. Okay, Mr. Puneet, I'm not saying Google Drive is not secured. Google Drive is secured. Only thing is, you need to identify what data to be uploaded into Drive. Why do you want to turn on all the photos, sir? Use automatic. I mean, switch off the turn off the sync option. Your photos will not go to Google. Store only that information on Drive which is really worth of using wherever you are and however you are. But why do you need your personal photograph or your personal bank details to be on Google Drive? As I said, application is always secured. Technology is always safe. I'll tell you an example here. People, many people, I'll tell you an example. Someone again has a chat here. How far we can trust Truecaller? See, this is what happens. We are all technology people. Take one heading, Truecaller, and you can do a final year project on it. Is Truecaller secured? Is Google Hard Drive or Google Drive secured? There's a bulk of information that you need to really look into, that you really need to research into. Every device is secured, sir. Only thing is, you should know what should be kept in that, what should be saved in it. Because I see that many of the people are, absolutely trying to get misleaded. Okay, my photos are on Google Drive, my photos are on Google Drive, my photos are on Instagram. You're not just storing on the app, you're sharing your information on a folder or a server which you really don't know. Do you accept someone to throw, okay, but we post it in private? How will they get it? Alekia Nachum. See, end of the day, I'm the fellow who can manipulate my server. I know which should come into private, which should come into public, which should come into unlisted. If I'm maintaining the server, where is the point that I cannot control it? See, I'm the owner. Okay, I know how to manage the show. No, where there is no point that I can stop. Officially, I'll say, okay, you put your things into this and this into this. But end of the day, the entire data is coming to my server. It's not like it is not just getting into your phone. How can you just store it to your phone? If you're just storing it to your phone, how can the rest of the world see? See, if I'm sending my photo from here to a faculty of Malareddy group or a friend of Malareddy group, Now it should go through a server. Now that server is the middle one where I'm managing the entire show. You want to send it in a private mode, it will go into private mode. Why? What is that private mode? Simple. I'll tell you what. You are going on ORR. On ORR, you are not allowed to go by two wheeler. On ORR, you go only by four wheeler or a bus, right? This is a private track and that's a public track. Cars can even go on a normal road, but who would like to go on a right royal and a very fast track? They will got to get onto the ORR. So two wheelers are not allowed. Not everybody need to see what you are sending, but only the receiver needs to get the information. So we'll give you a royal way called private. You send through that channel, the data will go to your friend. But who is sending that data? Again the company who is maintaining the server. Now do you think that they don't know the way how to cut that and correct photographs? And that's what the fellow in Bangalore has done. So we will believe cyber learning guys hack another data from others for money, another because we'll be learning hacking. There are a lot of people who have done this. There are people who learned hacking in Amirpet and other locations, and people were caught, the students were caught, who kept ethics aside and who did the hacking. So never think that private is private and public is public. So even while uploading the information on YouTube, I'll make sure if there are girls in the session, I don't even upload that video under unlisted because I know what exactly happens behind. What are the various types of threats what we have? What are the various cyber threats we have? One is a cyber crime, which is very fashionable and most happening one. The other one is a cyber attack, which is yeah, this is a crime which is on a high motivation. And the last one is a cyber terrorism. This has been happening for the last 10 years. This has been happening, and you don't know how the system will be hacked. Y2K was a part of this cyber terrorism. I don't know how many of you know that Y2K. We finally that I mean, Oblesher or any of the computer faculty must be knowing it. This was resolved using a software which was least considered by the world in those days in 2000. It was happening in 2000. It happened in 2000. Okay, so that was solved by a small application which was given a very least priority called COBOL. COBOL. COBOL could resolve the entire issue of cyber threats. Malwares, it's a malicious software. Many of you must have heard of this. These are the different things that will actually come into your computer when you try to get into a wrong world. You must be you can be attacked by a virus. You can be attacked by Trojan. Trojan is, trust me, it is one of the biggest thing which has even damaged my computer more than 6 times. Spyware, ransomware, spyware. This is what I said. There are many software applications which are used to spy others' computers. Adware, botnets. Someone of our friend says here, sir, are online form filling data entry jobs also a scam? See, it's not a scam in terms of online filling. The data is true. Okay, only scam is you don't get paid. They'll just grab your work. They don't see you and you don't know where they are sitting. That's why I suggest many of the people, if you want to do a data entry job, go sit physically in office and do it. How can you believe that someone will give you? If I ask you to fill in the form for 1 month and you know that the 1 month work is was very very heavy, and after 1 month I don't turn up and pay you, what do you say? Arey yaar, that fellow did not pay me. Think before you act. Think before you take it forward. That's very important, my dear friends. Now these are some of the technologies, I mean some of the things which were actually happening here. Now when I speak about Trojan, that's one of the world's very very dangerous virus that has been existing since the last 20 years. It has attacked hundreds of computers, and the only way to avoid all these malwares, number one, to have a legal version of operating system, legal version of any software you use, legal version of the antivirus you are going to use, updated firewall, updated protections, everything. You are on a licensed platform with up to date protection. That's when you can get into a safe mode. But again, please do not peep into every single app that you find on Play Store or Google. Do not download. That's absolutely not correct and unsafe. Student friends, if someone says click this for jobs, click this for mails, click this for money, do not run behind this. Girls, don't download your photographs or don't upload your photographs into any other stupid apps, even if it is any app to that matter. And I don't want to name it. The most popular things. Yesterday I had a report from one of the psychiatrists. After putting a ban on TikTok, more than 27% people across the globe have got mentally retarded and they are psychologically upset now. The importance what they gave for TikTok is not the same importance what they gave for their family. I don't know why, because we are just running behind something which is not our cup of coffee or tea. Only problem is we are not identifying the threat what we are going to get when we use that. That's the only problem. We never try to observe what is that threat we have. How is that people can you know be secured. Shashank Chokarapu says, sir, if the data is encrypted, is there any chance of getting hacked? What do you do in encryption? I don't know. See, if you are encrypting, there are a lot of ways to decrypt. See, today, now you give me your computer name and you tell me your computer address with a MAC address and everything. I can remotely access your computer from here, from my house. Okay, using DOS, not even Windows or Linux. In DOS, we can manage your computer from here. I can remotely shut down my computer. I have 4 computers at home, 2 laptops and 2 desktops. I can remotely access anything. I can modify any data. I can get into someone's system. I can find out the passwords. Encryption and decryption is everywhere possible, sir. Security means, yes, it is secured. Only thing is, you need to identify what information to be sent online. Okay, it's not like, see, many people ask me, sir, when you're designing the flyers, you will be charging for the program. So put your bank details on the flyer, your Google Pay, Phone Pay number on the flyer. My own brother got hacked with Google Pay on OLX, and within 2 minutes, 32,000 has been taken out. 32,000 in 2 minutes. When I've been there to Gachibowli PS, Cyberabad, the cybercrimes PS of Gachibowli, by taking them, I saw a huge line of people standing over there and saying, sir, we lost this on OLX, we lost this on Quicker, we lost this on this. Where is it going? One of my relative, okay, I'll tell you what has happened. Not leave about his example. Many of the people, we are all so educated. We are all so educated. Someone calls us at early morning or late night or even at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the evening saying, I'm from a bank. We are updating the servers. Get me your bank details and you'll get an OTP. Just update it to me and your security will be improved, and we'll give out all the details. After 3 times, you'll understand something is wrong. If you're getting any such fraud calls, immediately approach the bank and say, did your team call me? Nobody will call and ask your password. How can we know our data is hacked or, for example, loss of money for bank, but to others? See, loss of money for a bank, I don't know what exactly you mean by bank. Whose money is losing, sir? Our data is hacked, for example, loss of money for bank. See, if your money is in the bank, you are losing it. And number two, how do we get to know? Automatically, you will find the behavior of your device in a very different way. Your data behavior will be different. Your device behavior will be different in case if they want to manipulate your device. Or you'll not find the information what you exactly wanted. That means they have deleted that data, or they must have already copied that information, and that's when, after hacking your device, your bank details have been taken from your computer, and you will start getting calls like, we are from this bank, we have your card information. To whom did you give your card details? So there are a lot of ways to actually get into it, right? Now, breach is something where we actually use this word called security breach or a data breach. Any unauthorized, improper way of getting into a system without proper permission is called breaching. That means if I need to get into MRGI or this particular college, say that if I need to get into Maladi group of institutions, so someone needs to inform the internal faculty that so and so came to meet you. Unless or until I'm authorized, I cannot go inside. Now, what if I jump the wall and go inside? That is a breach. You locked the entire house and you went out for outstation. By the time you came back, house is locked, but nothing is inside. So some other physical breach has happened. I'll tell you why breaches will happen. This is one of the biggest problem with many of the youngsters here. I'll tell you what is happening. Now here, the thing is, many of our friends have a habit of updating every single piece of information through online, saying that, okay, right? I'm traveling from this place to this place. They'll update the geolocation. They will do a geotagging and update every single information and then go to out of station. That means we are informing someone through online on some media that we are not at home. If you want to attempt something, you can do that. We tag every location. I'm currently at Necklace Road in the middle of water. I'm standing and taking a selfie in the middle of the road. Why do you need to tag people? Right? How can we know our data is hacked? For example, loss of money, etc., etc. Sir, is safe for applying private scholarships because we have been putting certificates in application forms. You're putting your application. You're uploading your forms either through your college or only through a government portal. Where are you uploading? See, you cannot directly go and give it to a organization like this. Either your college should help you to upload it, or you directly upload it to a government website. Even after that it will get hacked. That we cannot help. Number one. Number two, this technology has been brought out for some good intention, but unfortunate thing is it is going on some other intention, so which is again non-repairable. Okay. Now, what are the key challenges? And after this, I'm going to tell you what career you can make in cybersecurity. Hacking, spying, data theft takes time to identify the criminals. These are some of the challenges. And application tools of browser security management. Zoom is absolutely secure. Don't you think that I can record the entire screen when I'm on Cisco WebEx or Google Talk? Anything is possible. If you want to do something wrong, 100 ways are there. If you want to do something right, you need to think 100 times and do it rightly. There are many students who learned ethical hacking outside in the market. They left the ethics and they started hacking. But till what? Till when? I mean, till what time they can do it? They were started. I mean, like people started observing. Police were monitoring, and they were caught actually. Sir, is it possible to hack the account of which is already deleted, whether all data is retrieved? The only thing you need to give out is, I'll show you how do you do that. The only thing we need is your email address. Okay. And it is very much possible to go back and check the history of it, and then we can recover the data. Many simple answer. So many of our friends say that I have chatted with someone, I have deleted the history, I've cleared everything. But still, there is a possibility. There is an application where you can go ahead and connect your mobile to that particular application, and your entire data of last 6 months or 1 year since then you have used WhatsApp, entire information can be recovered, sir. There is nothing like in hidden. The technology has every possibility. Only challenge is that we are worried about what exactly to use and what not. Especially girls and boys, you be careful. And on YouTube, someone says if you get access to another desktop, you can use their webcams as a spy cams, right, sir? Exactly, sir. You can use it for anything now. You can manipulate the data. You can use it for. You can say you can inform someone like I'll give you this MAC address where I can use others' computer as a server. The data gets stored in it. Anything. If you have a webcam for it, you can use it. See, my the TV what you see on my backside is a smart TV. Even you can hack my smart TV from my laptop or from your mobile. And you can start, if I click on YouTube, you can modify it and I'll get Amazon. If I click on Amazon, you can bring it to Netflix. Anything is possible, but how? There are certain methods and techniques that we will learn in the future. Now the actual discussion starts here. Why should you learn cybersecurity? It's an evergreen industry. You can travel across the globe. You're, that serves a greater good. Secret agencies, I worked a couple of times, and no mathematics is a one reason. According to me, 1 plus 1 looks the same, 11. I'm very good in mathematics. I took 2 years to complete my engineering mathematics. So I'm a very great engineer, right? But I'm from IT background. So that's one thing. And what else you have here? See this. Unlimited potential for growth, plenty of opportunities, all these options, variety of industries to choose, a job that never gets boring, and fat paychecks. Let me tell you, my dear friends, cybersecurity, if you want to measure the potential or the security of this particular profession for the next 15 to 20 years, you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry that it is a highly secured one. Even today, there are companies which are still working by sitting in the offices in name of cybersecurity, but others are at home. What is application which we can put for backup on WhatsApp because I lost my phone? Why do you need another application? Sir, automatically you can connect it to your email, the Gmail address, and it will automatically go for a backup. And WhatsApp, it itself prompts you many times. Would you like to back up to the cloud? Yes, you use your Gmail account ID and you can get your data from the cloud. Just we need to take some time in between, stop chatting and keep updating. Once in a week or once in a month or once in 15 days, you can back up your data. That will get stored on the cloud and you can download it anytime. You don't need any other application. How can we know our device is hacked? As I said, like Sharanya, as I said earlier, the improper behavior of the device can be one of the reason. Because last time when I asked one of my expert to hack my computer while giving a demonstration, he just did it and it started behaving differently. I could not find my existing data. I could find some other wrong information. I see that some other unwanted web pages browsed and a lot of misleading information on my computer screen. So that means it is not my computer is mine, but the information what I see is not mine. From Karthik to me. So during this lockdown, I came across many profiles in Insta and other social media stating that you can earn online by just completing surveys and some of the unknown websites which some people are sharing. No, sir. Absolutely no. Do it only when you know them personally. Do not click on every survey that says you do this, you do this, you do this. No, sir, I'm really sorry to say this. It's absolutely unsafe. Okay, because you don't know who are they, you don't know what exactly they are from, what sort of background they have, why is that they are sending it. If someone's account got hacked, then will we be able to access their permanently deleted photos? I don't say it is 100% possible, but 99% it is possible. 1% there is a glitch, because the technology is still developing. We cannot completely say it is possible. So if you are a fresher, if you are completing your graduation, what are the basic entry level jobs you can get into? System administrator, database administrator, a web administrator, web developer, network admin, IT technician, security admin, network engineer, computer software engineer. What are the various areas you can get in cyber security is what I'm going to tell next. Before that, I wanted to tell you this. If you are good with system administration, yes. Database, you have a knowledge on SQL, yes. You can do SQL injection on ethical hacking. You are a web administrator, okay. Web forensics. Web developer, you can make a ultimate advanced artificial intelligence based website. Network administrator, you can protect the network, okay, security. IT technician, you can take care of entire IT. System administrator, again, that's an option you have. Lot of options you have as a fresher today in the market. Now, what can one be in the cybersecurity world? If at all, if you are getting into this job, what would be your main aim? You can be a security software developer. You can start working your own security applications. You can start writing. And one more thing, there are a lot of apps that have come in saying like we protect your folders, we protect your images. And I see a lot of youngsters having passwords personally for WhatsApp, one for Facebook, one for Instagram. Apps, I'm not saying main thing. If you want to open someone's phone, there is a password. Again, if in that phone, if you want to open someone's, I mean their WhatsApp, again for that there is a pattern. Again, in the same phone for WhatsApp, for Facebook, there is another pattern. Whatever the applications you are downloading, to what extent they are safe, sir? Did we ever think? You start writing your own security application. You start becoming a security architect. If you are a security architect, there are certifications, I'll tell you. If you do that, banks will just take you like this with a 5-digit salary. Banks are badly in need of security architects. That's very important today. Security consultant, that's what I'm working today. Information security analyst. Just sit in the office, you don't have any work. Keep monitoring what information. Like, you sit in the airport, you see a person sitting in the airport, you put your baggage, it will go scanning. I mean, like, you will just, he will be keep watching what is inside the bag, what is inside the bag. If something is suspicious, he will drag it aside. Simple. You keep monitoring your information, whatever is coming and going out into your office or systems. Ethical hacker, security system admin, chief information security officer, legal advisors with cyber knowledge. You need not be a cyber security expert, but have the IT act. Okay, as per which IT act, as per which product IPC, you are going to get into a problem. I mean, how one can be convicted. You just have that knowledge. Computer forensic analyst, you can recover deleted files, you can interpret data linked to crime, analyzing mobile phone records, pursuing data trials, chief information security, penetration tester, and IT security consultant. What I'm going to do is, for all the participants and all those registered 271 people, I'll send this PPT and also send the YouTube link. Okay, whoever have missed out, they can see this again. Now, what exactly is there in this cyber security? What else can you make out of this? When I speak about this, okay, what are the key responsibilities of a cybersecurity expert? Say for example, if I'm hiring someone from this particular domain, I want a fellow who can give me the security. What is that? His job would be cyber incident response. He can keep monitoring what are the incidents that are occurring and how exactly that can be controlled. Investigation techniques, cyber risk and strategic analysis, network system engineering. You can be into digital forensic. This I haven't touched yet. I'm going to touch this now. This is, just give me 1 minute, guys. Just give me 1 minute. So when I talk about the cyber forensic or the cyber security here, there are two major areas which I mean one needs to focus on. The prime area would be the one of those areas would be okay. Let me zoom the screen for you so that you will be able to understand those who are seeing it. Actually, I mean to say, for not since I have to share even the PPT, I cannot share it on YouTube parallelly. That's one problem. So there are two areas which one can focus especially on cybersecurity. The one, you can be an ethical hacker where you can get into the field of hacking. There are four types. I mean, there are actually six types. You can be a gray hat, black hat, white hat. Okay, we have three more there. Now if you want to become a hacker, you will become it in an illegal pattern. But if you become an authorized hacker, you are allowed to do that. You are allowed to do that in a very very proper manner. What are the certifications that you need to do? I'll tell you. Before that, ethical hacking is one profession which you can get into completely. Again, it has internally a lot of things. The second thing is which I'm doing, forensic, cyber forensic. Here what I'm doing is I'll be into mobile forensic, network forensic, digital forensic, operating system or application forensic. There are different forensic areas where you go and investigate or interrogate what exactly has happened. You can be a penetrating test expert, pen tester. You can be a pen tester where you will be authorized to go ahead and check some of the operating systems or incidents and then identify what has happened and how to get the solution for that particular problem. So Sharanya says, in such cases, how can we protect the device which is hacked? Do not do anything. Just leave it out, raise a complaint, and things will be taken care, madam. That's the only way. You don't manipulate with anything. If you want to get into cyber certification world, if you want to pursue a career as an entry level fresher, as a security system analyst, or as a security programmer, or a database security analyst, or a network security expert, or an IT admin, or anything to that matter, whatever we have just discussed, there are few certifications one needs to know. Number one, certified information system security professional. Cisco certified network associate security, CCNA and CCNP, both of them. That's for the hardware, where you get across networking and hardware security certification is what it is. CompTIA Security Plus, computer hacking forensic investigator. Forensic is one of the booming area which for which the future can be done in, I can say for the next 10 years you have a future in this. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Yeah, you have a lot more things, lot more certifications. I'm going to share every single piece of information with everyone in during the interaction. What jobs can you be into? You can be an ethical hacker, you can be a crime data analyst, you can be a network analyst, you can be a mobile forensic expert, you can be a network forensic expert, you can be a digital forensic expert, you can be a penetration test expert, you can be a lot more in this cyber world. There is a huge demand, my dear friends. You just need to take the time and then start learning in such a way where it will help you to get a job and get admission into a company. Certified ethical hacking, yes sir. Certified ethical hacking is some is an and like once you get certified in that, you are absolutely there and your salary number starts in a bigger side. CH, yes, there is a lot of scope once you get into the CH. If you're certified in that, your future is really going to be somewhat better and bigger also than compared with normal things, right? So, how to learn these things? How exactly can you learn these things? How many days you need to spend? 10 days, maximum 15 days. The people who have done courses under me in the last 15 days, okay, I mean, they did a course for 1 week. If you have done for 10 days who are slow learners, and then the other 10 days they have taken for doing an internship. They have done the internship. and they have come up with real or their own solutions for many problems. And currently I'm going to acquire three people from this particular batch who are going to work with me for the next 1 year for a couple of cybersecurity projects. They have paid the money for learning this. They have completed the course. They have got certificate, and they are now going to work with me live on this. I taught them operating system knowledge. I taught them hardware knowledge. I taught them, software information. Like many of us on the resume, we put it as Microsoft Windows 10. But when I ask you in detail about Microsoft Windows 10, how does you configure a network? How does you change the password? How does you go for firewall setting? How does lot many things in terms of networking and hardware? Many people fail to answer all these questions. Sir, will the certificate be recognized globally? You mean to say CH certificate? If that is yes, sir, it will be. It will be. And trust me, if you're going for a company interview with a certificate that I have completed this course and in the form of a small project report or a problem you have done, you don't need any more interview. Trust me, you will be in. It is valid. It is valid. So be a beginner with a good knowledge on system hardware, system software application like Windows, Linux, DOS, Ubuntu, MS Office. Trust me, take it granted for the next 1 month. You're in Corona time now. You're at home. Spend 1 hour per day or maximum 1.5 hour per day. Take time of 1 month completely. And post COVID, by the time companies open, whoever takes this course, I can assure they will all get a job. Not with me, with any company even. Why? Companies are looking for people who are practically trained on it, not theoretically trained. Now, people who learned under me, they know how to handle DOS for ethical hacking. I have trained people, including MS Office. With a macro in MS Office, we have done a lot of security. How is it possible? It's all the interest what we need to have. Now, coming back to here, we have different career security options. What you see on the screen are for a little experienced guys who are into chief information security as officer, pen tester. Yes, the moment you are a fresher, you will also still have a lot of better opportunities. What sort of companies are hiring also, I'll tell you. You can be a malware analyst, you can be a chief security officer, you can be a cyber security analyst, you can be an information security analyst, and a lot more. But how much salaries are these going to pay for all this? It's a 5 digit salary as a fresher, 1 lakh, 1.5 lakhs per month. Now, this is for who are certified at a higher level. There's a difference between certificate and certification. A person who did a certificate will be on a normal salary. A person who did a certification will be on a higher salary. Certification has a greater value. That means you have crossed different assessments and then you have cleared the exam. And that's when you are being, you know, authorized as a certified person. The moment you are certified, it's like you got a license to use a revolver. You're allowed to do it with any organization, but not for personal note. Let me remind you this, everyone. Okay. Now, next one. For a fresher at this point of time, because of pandemic, the salary range is 4.5 to 7.5, depending on the organization. If it is a startup hiring a cybersecurity or a network analyst, the salary goes from 4.5. If it is a top end, I mean a middle level company, or which is a 10-year 12-year-old company, then that is going with 7.5. But if you start working with IBM, if you start working with major companies, it can even be somewhere bigger than this. It will be bigger than this. And one more thing, my dear friends, if you want to be good with cybersecurity, there are certain things one needs to remember. You need to be a good analyst. You need to be good in forecasting. You need to be a good predictor. You should be able to observe the things very clearly, because you don't know in which format the data or threat will come. You don't know in which format the vulnerability risk will be there. How many devices are vulnerable? I mean, what sort of security is there? Everywhere there is a challenge. If you want to make a career in cybersecurity, it takes a lot of time, at least 2 to 3 months, to become a fresher, a ready fresher who can get into an industry saying like, I'm an advanced network security analyst, I can be a operating system expert in terms of security, I can be a firewall security expert, or rather a network expert, I can be an SQL expert who can inject into the websites and protect the data. There are a lot many options, my dear friends. Only challenge is how many of us are ready to get into this stream and make a big career. There are only two things in this world at this point of time which have a big scope. artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. You name cybersecurity, that is there in every domain. A cybersecurity analyst is needed for HR, for marketing, for finance, for engineering, for even any small scale business. Everybody needs a cybersecurity expert. And going next for the 5-10 years, definitely they are going to hire. India is looking for more than 10 lakh experts for this year, but they are not getting people because everybody is just graduating from the college. Learn, spend 15 days productively, get, just get trained, just get trained on this. Learn what are the basics of ethical hacking, what are the different types of malwares we have, how to control a malware or a virus, and then what are the tools, what is Wireshark. Wireshark is used for network monitoring. Okay, using Windows, what are the tools we have, using DOS, what are the commands we can use, using Kali Linux, what are the things we can do. There are a lot of applications that one can download from internet. The only problem is it is never that easy to use it as it is. One of our friend was asking, I can we delete, I mean recover the, can we recover the photos from a deleted email address? Absolutely, it can be possible. We can delete it. We can recover that. When you are able to recover the data from a deleted hard drive, a damaged hard drive, okay, and who will do that work? I'll tell you. Okay, who will do that work? I'll tell. The people from the forensic wing will be able to do all these activities. Forensic people are those who touch the, not only the top layer, who goes very in depth. In a medical terminology, I should say, they are the people who know how to use a dissection box and they dig inside and take the things out. So the same way, these are the people who will be able to help us, okay, to even recover that complete deleted information. You burn out a pen drive completely, you just get that ashes, or the pen drive in an irregular format, they can recover the data. Could you explain, like, for example, I'm an ECE student. How can I go ahead and what knowledge that I should have to pursue? Sir, being an ECE fellow, see, I'm an IT guy, engineering in 1999. But my final year project I have done in ECE on analog and digital communications on a live radar near Tirupati at NARL. When we were working there, we have seen a lot of challenges in terms of information security. That is the one thing you need to learn. You become a good ethical hacker. Why is that I'm saying is communication system needs a lot of ethical hackers today. I don't know how many of you have the habit of reading newspapers. Exactly 23 days back in Hyderabad, okay, one of the cab which was actually, going, in this particular cab along with the driver, a lady was there. She was going at, she was returning from the airport in the late night, it seems, from that road. Her car was hacked, the GPS was hacked, and totally the GPS was hacked in such a way the driver was not sure of the location. The lady was just sleeping in the car, and the car was diverted using that GPS, and it went totally somewhere. GPS. Google needs ethical hackers today for communication. Even SHAR is in need of people. Like every organization who are into communication, they certainly need it because it's an information security again. I can manipulate a small GPS device if needed. But what is going to be the result? What I am today is not where I should be tomorrow. Right? So just give me 1 minute, my dear friends. Yes. Now, overall thing, what I would like to say is cybersecurity, even though it is introduced for the first time in the curriculum today, we have an ample future with the cybersecurity. You can become a digital police, you can become a security analyst, you can become a cyber crime analyst, you can become a crime data analyst, you can become a forensic analyst, you can become a, ethical hacking expert, where you will be able to identify what exactly to be done and how to deal with that particular data. The only challenge is you need to have some patience. You should be knowing how should I handle this data and what are the things that one need to have before handling this particular information. Right? Now I'll leave it to you all. Any discussions or any questions, you can ask me. One after one. Don't unmute everyone at one time. Someone has a question here, sir. There are so many options to choose from. So how do we decide that a particular branch is what we need? Particular branch, okay, particular specialization, you mean to say in cyber security. Now you identify what are you good at, Mr. Puneet. If you think I'm very strong at networking, you become a network security expert. If you think that I'm good at data handling or data management, then you become a data security expert. If you think that I can, look at information very carefully, you become an information security expert. If you think I wanted to be someone who can dig inside and get it done, then you get into forensic. If you are interested in mobile, you know uh, mobile security, then you become a mobile forensic expert. Now here is the question again. We have uh, so, what are the best courses we can do right now during quarantine? I suggest everyone to go with the basic level of cybersecurity course in whatever the specialization you are interested. You can, if you are interested in ethical hacking, start a basic level course. If you are interested in networking, that's what I was telling. If you are interested in terms of mobile management, security, mobile data management, or mobile security management, whichever the specialization you are particularly interested, okay, so that you need to understand and say that, sir, I would like to get trained in this particular area, I can help you all to get trained. Yeah, any other questions, please? Someone had a question on the chat window. Suggest a website that can help us. There are ample number of websites. Okay, what I will do is, those whoever have registered, while sending the information, I'll also send these details. Okay, in order to learn. Yes, there are a lot of websites that you can actually look into. I should definitely share that information with all of you on that particular aspect. Or just give me one quick moment. Let me see if I can help you guys with that details. I mean, if I give you here, I don't know how many of you will be able to note, but I'll send an email on this. You guys can get in touch with me or WhatsApp instead of calling. I'll share my number. You can see it on the screen, as well as I typed it on YouTube. You can get in touch across WhatsApp. I have all your numbers. I'll keep sharing. And currently, trust me, I'm in a group of totally 156 WhatsApp groups now. I'm using two phones, and one major group is with 300 people, especially from cyber forensic. I mean to say, there are people who have added me to that particular level, where I'm guiding them on a daily basis, answering their questions. How for mega app? What is this mega app? What is it you are going to do with this? See, honestly, to tell you guys, I'm not going to get into all these applications very frequently, because I'm very bad in using a smartphone. Okay. See, Mega app, I mean, as I really understood, it's primarily used for the cloud storage. If you really wanted to use it for a cloud purpose, okay. So I think this was a very recent one. I mean, that got launched. Cloud, you have every option. Why don't you save your data on cloud using Google itself? Why do you want to get into other platforms, third-party platforms? I haven't registered into the thing that you have been discussing. Though, how can I get registered? Sunil, just ping me on WhatsApp, or send me an email. Kindly note this. This is my email. Okay. And you see my details on the screen if you're on Zoom already, right? And how can we make our devices safe from not being hacked? You can make your devices very much safe when you know what sort of application security you should have on your device. Do not download any dating apps, any games as such. Stop PUBG, GUBG, SUBG. Everything, you please stop it. Use only that potential required information. Download only that needed information, and that's when we are going to get into this. Right. So be secure. Do not get into every application. There is a huge, vast career in cybersecurity. Even today, lot many companies in Madhapur and high tech city are closed. But if you look at open text and other companies, majority of the people are from the security wing, who are managing their company security, and ensuring that no data is being manipulated. Sir, I wanted to ask, for how far are the Chinese smartphones reliable, as well as their cloud services? Just that now the situations I cannot comment on it, but and to be very honest, do we have any other better technology? If yes, you can find it. Now India has started coming up with their own technology, right? What is your comment on India China cyber war? That's what I'm asking, Mr. Mauli. So Puneet says the same question. See, services are always there. It's only device. See, why do we need to go for see, if you say China phone, show me one mobile where the component is not manufactured from China, right? That's the first thing. And second thing, if you really wanted to protect your data, use it offline maximum. Send it across email. If you want to store it, Google is the most secured cloud. Just use it on Google or use it on Microsoft. Why do we need some other cloud of some other country, and why should we worry about it? Your achievement on cyber security. Can you tell your views about penetration tester? My achievements on cybersecurity, I have achieved a lot. I know that because today I'm able to guide more than 7 companies across the globe, and I'm able to help them in terms of data protection, data management, and also building up advanced frameworks for their security of the bank also. This is what I'm doing. And penetration testing, it's a very big syllabus, sir. If you really wanted to know more about penetration testing, I can definitely, I mean, you can get in touch with me, Mr. Tarun. We will have a detailed discussion on what exactly you need to learn in penetration testing and what can you do out of it. Okay, because penetration testing is not a small thing. You need to be very good in understanding the vulnerability levels. Okay, so you need to test a computer or a network or a website to find out the vulnerability levels of it, and then try to get to know to what extent is that website secured. So that is what you primarily do in network security. Primarily, I mean, like as a penetration tester. That means ethical hacker is someone who will still penetrate into someone's computer or some authorized unauthorized systems, but in a legal manner. You will be authorized to get into it. I will be authorized by an organization saying, Karthik, you need to monitor this. You get into their computer and get me the details. So I'm authorized. But if I go in unauthorized way, I'm a criminal then. So that is not allowed. Right. So that's all from my end. Do you have any other questions? Anything to discuss? So people are just dropping the chat messages. Fantastic. So currently I'm working on a project named Web Application Security Testing with Burp Suit. Tarun. Okay. Burp Suit or Bureau Suit? When did you start? I mean, like Tarun, I think it's better if you can, call me once, because the kind of thing what you're asking needs a detailed discussion. I can definitely help you to go with this Burp Suit. It's absolutely a secured one, undoubtedly. Okay, it's an application security testing software. But if you want any help in that, yes, I can go ahead and help you in that, sir. Okay. See, it's you just wanted to know what exactly is it going to be. If that is the case, I can give you the information. Okay, it is primarily used to identify the server side vulnerabilities and the complete invisible in the application external behavior. Say for example, as I said, if your data is getting stored on a cloud side or some other server side, now before you send the data, you need to identify what are the vulnerabilities, what are the threats or possibilities of something going wrong on that particular server before you store your information or get the details stored over there. That's the one thing. And also that are completely invisible in, see, if I store some information on that particular server thinking that it is safe, and that is being displayed in some other way, or that is being distributed in some other way, then that is not a secured server. So you can test that particular server by sitting here, by getting that MAC address and identify to what extent my data will be secured on that particular server. For example, submitting your Aadhaar card in an Airtel store is what we usually do. But leaving it unused, and if they start using it for some other activity, that's when you need to become a burp suit expert, where you need to identify what exactly. If I, then you need to predict, if I leave my information over at the Airtel store or some other store, if they misuse it for something, what is the probability of misusing? How far they can go with it? So all these predictions, forecasting, interpretation you need to do as a tester, and that's when you can make a decision whether you want to drop in the details or not. Uh, any other? So, sir, Oblesher, yes, madam. No queries. We are still getting. That's fine. You can tell me, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's almost done, sir. I was just waiting for people's questions. They just typed it on chat window. I addressed everything. You can speak up, my dear friends. You did not chat. You can speak up. If not, you can reach me out. I have shared my number. You can reach me out on WhatsApp. I'll definitely answer your questions. I also shared my email address on YouTube also. The same thing here you can see on the screen. My business card is there. You can share, note the details, and I'm reachable anytime. First and foremost thing, don't hesitate. Don't feel shy. Speak up. That's when you can get your things cleared. So looks like that's all from their end, sir. I hope it was okay for all of you. So before we leave, I again would like to thank the entire management of Malaredi Group, especially Department of CSC, Oblesh, Raghavendra Garu, who have been coordinating, and Hema Reddy Madam and Sujata Madam. And a special thanks to those people who are the real contributors today. They are the students. So a big thanks to all of you. And any questions, you can reach me out if you want to get trained on something. Yes, I'm giving the trainings at a certain price. I'll let you know all those details once you are interested. I don't want to discuss all of them. Someone has a question here. Just 1 minute, ma'am. Sir, is it true that some of our Australian security sites are hacked? Yes, sir. If you want that details, I can help you out. There is a lot of threat. Not only Australia, even European countries are under major hacking now. So you need to be very secured, especially Australia. I mean, our South Asian and European countries are under some security threat now. So be careful while leading in with any, while dealing with any information in these particular zones. Yes, madam. Ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Sure, madam. Sir. Yes, sir. I'll be sending a few of the links. Links for what, sir? Certification. Yeah, I'll share it with you after this call, sir. I'll send a couple of things. Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Thank you. Thank you so much, madam. Thanks for all your patience, and that's been a great. I hope I was reachable to everyone, and I could give whatever the information they were looking for. Any assistance needed, anyone can reach me out. Thank you. Yes, sir. You can wind up. I'm ending the session. Thank you all. Thank you all. Bye.